Welcome to the Rant. I'm John Shannon. I guess congratulations are in order. Hillary Clinton pulls off a big set of wins in Texas and Ohio, as well as a couple of other states. So obviously the Democratic race doesn't look like it's quite over, unlike a few people thought, including myself, to be quite honest. I don't have a problem with Hillary being president. I support Barack Obama. I'd like to see him win the nomination, but I don't have a problem with Hillary being president. So what I do have a problem with is what looks to be maybe politics as usual here again, because, and I'm sure this is nothing new, but here we go in the primaries, and you've got Rush Limbaugh out there suggesting to his listenership that they should cross party lines and go and vote in the Democratic primary and vote for Hillary Clinton because they feel that, or he feels that the election, the primary process needs to go on a little bit further, so Barack Obama needs to be bloodied up a little bit more, politically speaking. I have a real problem with this, and I'm sure that there was some of that going on in the other, in the other direction too. I'm not naive enough to think that there weren't at least a few Democrats, liberals, progressives, whatever you want to call them, that voted in the Republican primaries, especially through Super Tuesday, that voted for McCain because they felt he was the easiest one for the Democrats to beat. And I really have a problem with this process. And it leads me to believe that if we want to do this the right way, why aren't we holding the primaries on the same day? Why doesn't the nation as a whole get to vote on the primaries on the same day? This way you go out to the polls and you vote for the candidate that you want to see as president. And then this way, it would just cut down on all the shenanigans that are going on behind the scenes. You vote for who you want to see, and not for who you want to see the candidate that would on the other side would be easier to defeat. So yeah, I have a real problem with this primary process. It obviously it's going to get worse before it gets better because McCain's got the nomination now. So you've got at least another month of the same garbage going on, and who knows what the outcome is going to be by the time it's done. If I were in the Clinton or Obama camp, I would seriously consider at this point in time saying, getting together and saying, okay, you know what, let's decide one way or another. One of us, either Hillary, I'd actually, to tell you the truth, if Hillary would put Barack on the ticket, I would support that ticket. I would support Hillary for president if she had Barack Obama as a running mate. Um, I think it'd be a great idea. I think that if they did that tomorrow, um, it would it would it would get the Republicans. They would catch Republicans off guard, and they could then go about the business of presenting their case or the Democratic case to the public as why the public should vote for the Democratic ticket as opposed to John McCain. Because there are going to be McCain is a lot more of a centrist Republican. And he's not to tell you the truth, if it wasn't for a couple of policy issues, namely the war in Iraq and also the his lack of ideas on health care, I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with McCain as president either. He's not really a bad guy, but nonetheless, I still think that maybe it'd be a good idea at this point in time for Obama and Clinton to start pooling their resources here. Like I said, I would probably. I don't think that Hillary would ever go for being the running mate, whereas I think that with his youth and a little bit less tenure in the Senate, a little bit less seasoning than Hillary has politically, possibly he would make a good running mate and make a good vice president. You run with it now and you unify the party, and then what would Rush have to talk about? So, anyways, that's all I have on that. Until the next time, this is John Shannon, the Redneck.